This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You, and today we're going to put to test the Granite Rock Titanium non-stick coated frying pan. We are going to check in on those as seen on TV claims that you do not need any oil or butter to cook on this and have the food not stick. Plus, it says it can be in the oven up to 500 degrees. Let's check it out and see if it really lives up to these claims. Alright, so let's get a close look at this frying pan. You see that it has almost like a textured look to it. It actually is a little bumpy, and there's like it's something in the finish. It's kind of neat. It has the spot for the induction cooking. The handle itself is metal, and I guess this is why it's able to be into the oven up to 500 degrees, because if you had a plastic handle, you couldn't. So overall, the look of the frying pan is pretty cool. We'll see how it does cooking, however. We are going to try our very first non-stick test, and we're going to cook just some fried eggs. The Granite Rock directions tell you when you cook eggs, cook them between low and medium temperatures. So I have it on 3 on my burner dial, which is right between low and medium, so we will see how it does. Let's see if it'll slide around at all. It's still cooking a little bit, but I don't see it being non-stick just yet. For some reason the yolk just cracked. Gotta scrape up a little bit there. It's not remaining stuck, but it was stuck initially. I'm not sure if I am believing the claim that this is non-stick, because this is sure sticking. And over here spot stuck a little, but I guess it came up. Let's see if I can flip this. Ooh, stuck. Also, it seemed to have burned. I don't know. To me, this is a pretty big fail. I didn't use any cooking spray, and it seemed to stick pretty good. I'm heating at a low medium heat like it says, but also this egg doesn't look very appetizing. Does that look appetizing to you? Alright, well, I'm going to get rid of this, clean up the pan, a little gummy here, clean up the pan, and I'm going to try a scrambled egg and see. But my very first test, not successful. Okay, the first test with the single fried egg didn't come out so well. The egg did stick to the pan. When I tried moving it around, it sort of popped a little. The underside was definitely brown. Now I'm going to try a scrambled egg, and we'll see how this does with the non-stick coating. Now I'll stir it around like I normally would with a scrambled egg, and we'll see. It seems to be moving off the pan okay. so there I have cooked it. As you can see, parts of it are stuck on there just to be scraped off. But the egg looks pretty good. I didn't use any butter or oil, and it comes right off into the plate. The only disadvantage is here, all this stuff around you'll have to clean out. One of the claim to fame for the Granite Chef is the easy, the ability you could have to clean this. Right now I have a wet paper towel, and so I'm just going to wipe around and see how easy it really is to clean this pan out. You can see there's some that's cooked on that I'll have to scrub to get it off. I'm not sure how easy that actually is. Use my fingernail. I will say the second test here, yes, the egg cooked, and it tasted pretty good. But I'll say no, the non-stick feature didn't work very well because I still have stuff stuck here that I'll have to get a washcloth and clean off. Okay, let's try some cheese. Great value shredded cheese into the pan. We'll see what happens. Let that heat up and we'll see if that sticks to the pan or comes off. Well, the edges are definitely not sticking and it is melting. On the commercial, they show you just pouring it off. Oh, looks like that that actually might pour. That's interesting. The cheese sort of was just oozing off. It didn't really pour off like I thought. Let's see. I can scrape it and it comes off, which is not bad in and of itself. The pan looks pretty clean, definitely much cleaner than after the eggs were cooked. So I say cooking the cheese worked. So out of 3 tests, we have 1 success and 2 that have not. We're going to go into our final test here. Unless we have a tie, then we'll do a tiebreaker. But our final test will be the marshmallows. All right, we are getting ready to cook some marshmallows in our Granite Rock frying pan. But first, the marshmallow toss challenge. And 1. And 2. And 3. Boom! Okay, so here we are trying some marshmallows in our Granite Rock non-stick frying pan. Let's see how it does with these. They're starting to melt. Well, they seem to move around not so bad. Maybe the non-stick will work with the marshmallows. All right, we'll turn the heat off and come on over here and see if they will, oh look, fall right off the frying pan, leaving just a little bit of residue. So what do you think? Was that truly non-stick? I think it did a pretty good job, although it left some residue in there. Very interesting. This is the Granite Rock non-stick frying pan. Okay, to break our challenge, I'm going to use some hard candies. See how they do on the Granite Rock. And I'm also going to use some Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Minis to see how they do on the Granite Rock. Well, these are cooking down and not really sticking. You can see them slide off the middle. The chocolates are just melting. Alright, well, started to burn, but not sticking. I count that as a non-stick, although why would you want to cook candy or chocolate? You decide. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You, just finishing up the review of the Granite Rock frying pan. If you read through the directions that came with it, it tells you can use spray pan or butters or oils with this frying pan, but the manufacturers recommend if you start doing that, don't go back to not using it, otherwise the pan will not work as it should. It also has directions on how to mail the pan back if it ever becomes damaged due to non-user error. So if you dent it, that doesn't count, but if it starts chipping off, that will count, or if the handle here becomes loose, that would count. That being said, it does cost $9.95 for them to send you a new one, and that's about half the value of the pan itself. If I reflect back on the cooking, I started off with a fried egg that just was horrible. The egg got sort of nasty on the bottom and brown. I ended up throwing it away. I tried a little bit of it, but it was just not palatable, so I tossed it. The scrambled eggs did a better job as it cooked, but you still saw that part of the egg was still on the bottom of the pan. I did have to scrub a little bit to get it off. The cheese, however, cooked, melted, and rolled right off. I did use the spatula to help it out a little bit. The same thing with the marshmallows. Those things cooked and started getting dark, and I poured them right out, and perfectly fine. So it's a good way to make an indoor s'more if you want to. I did do some hard candy and some chocolate. I don't know why you'd ever do those, but those two came off as well. I will say doing that made the house stink, and my wife wasn't too happy, but it did slip off of the pan. All in all, sure, the pan worked. I would use spray pan with it because I don't like things sticking at all. If you've used this pan, comment in the comment section below. Tell me how it worked for you. Did you get stuff to stick, or was it non-stick from the beginning? For me, I had mixed results. I will still use this pan, but most likely use spray pan or some sort of spray butter or oil to cook with it. I thought the cooking quality did really, really well. Just the non-stick part that it claimed did not do as it did on the video from the commercials. Hey, this was Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You, reviewing common household gadgets as seen on TV, items, other household goods. Coming up, I'll be doing a tack visor, so that'll be something to look forward to. If you like this video, click the like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this, and also comment in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to comment back. Hey, look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.